Good afternoon and welcome to CNC and the AEC. I'm Crystal Pierce with FFKR Architects.
And I'm Cassie Wells with Modern Business Development. Crystal, what have we already discussed thus far in this series?
I'm sorry, can I just say how cute you look today?
Stop!
You
No, you look cute.
So cute.
No, you look cute.
Thank you.
I'm a little worried. These are very loud pants. I'm pretty sure that our hot Audio Technica mics are going to pick up the loudness of my pants.
So those of you that might just be listening, I'm really sad that you can't see Cassie's outfit right now.
Can you do a mic check on my pants? Are they too loud? Should we tone down the? Yes, they are a little. Yeah. Just a little, says Jake. Okay.
So far we have talked about meeting etiquette. Mm-hmm. We've discussed prepping for a meeting. So now we actually need to go to the meeting. We need to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So before we go to the meeting, we should confirm the meeting. The night before, maybe the morning of, we should confirm it.
I have a question on that.
Okay.
My brain works in mysterious ways. I normally remember, this is very true. I normally remember to confirm meetings either at midnight, in the middle of the night, when I've woken up or I can't sleep. And I'm like, oh, I should probably confirm that. Or when I'm up at 5 a.m. and everyone else is asleep and I can actually focus for 1 second at life. Is it, as people who I have emailed at 5 a.m.,
me every day,
you every day, you most days, is it offensive? Do you guys leave like your dinger on? Like, can I do it when I remember, or do I have to try to set a reminder to send an email at a normal time?
I think it is completely appropriate for you to email whenever.
Yeah? Yes. Jake agrees.
Yes, you're confirming it. You're being responsible. You've
okay, that's not meeting. Okay, but is there an email limit? Like if I'm going through all my emails and you get like 5?
I think we might need another podcast maybe on this topic.
Okay, I need other opinions that people who are not as nice as you, because I know it's got to bother some people.
I would suggest then for everybody, there's a do not disturb.
Like they should be responsible for that, right?
You're sleeping. That's not. It should be on vibrate. Yeah, that's okay.
I can't be in charge of their phones, right?
That is absolutely true.
Okay, maybe another day. It's going to eat away at me, but that's when I typically think of reminding people. And if you're going to check and follow up with me and confirm a meeting with me, it has to be early, because between certain hours, I'm getting my kids dressed, driving them to school, dropping them off. And by then it's been like an hour and a half of me not checking my email. And if I already like got ready and I'm on my way somewhere and then I get there and they haven't confirmed.
That is true. And then we also were discussing that sometimes when you do confirm the meeting, you're risking them declining the meeting.
Listen,
when you confirm it. Which you don't want to happen. So sometimes maybe I don't confirm because it's on the calendar. They're going to be there. They're going to show up.
Listen, this might just be me, but this might also be you. When I go to a coffee in the morning, there's a little bit of a panic. Am I going to make it in time? Kids are running late. The teacher didn't pick them up on time. Now there's a little bit of like, this would probably be easier not to have right now. But there's also the excitement of I get to meet someone new. And I try to balance that. I always go. But if someone gives me an out, if someone's like, hey, I'm not feeling well, or hey, I might not be able to make it, or I'll be 30 minutes late or something, I might take that out. So I also try not to allow people to have that out, because it's kind of natural instinct for some people to like go with the cancel, to lead with the cancel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I don't always follow up with people because I don't want them to be like, actually, it's a really busy morning. I just got this project and I can't come. So I don't always follow, like, check in and, hey, let me make sure you're coming. I am assuming you're coming. I'm assuming you're a person of your word.
Exactly. So the topic today is actually what to do if you're running late for a meeting or canceling a meeting. How we should handle that.
We have all been late. Okay.
Yes.
You've been late. I've been late.
Exactly.
I was in a meeting. I remember you and I went to coffee and there was like traffic jam. I think you were
I
like
got stuck in
30 or 40 minutes late.
It was late
Thank
because
God I was
there was
there.
an accident.
I was there with
Yes.
the other person. So it pretty much became a one-on-one, but like that stuff happens.
It does.
That happens all the time. And there are different levels of being late.
And scenarios and ways that you can handle it. So
Yeah.
that's why I do think it's an important business development topic to discuss, because
Yeah.
it does happen all the time. But there are obviously different ways that you can handle the situation.
I have
I
a
mean, if you
question.
are running late, let's say it's going to be, your map is telling you, ETA, your meeting's at 9. It says 9:05. I always make sure to either email and text the person, "Hey, I am going to be late. I'm
I have a
running
thought
into
on
some
this.
traffic."
I have a thought on this. When you book a meeting, you have to put your cell phone number in your meeting as a part of your signature, because I've had 2 people in the last week that were running late and they called my cell phone. Hey, I'm running. I think one was like 8 minutes late. Hey, I'm running 8 minutes late. Thank God your cell phone's in the invite. I'm like, yes. Because you know what? I'm not checking as I'm like grabbing a table or grabbing coffee. I'm not checking my emails. I'm like
Mhm.
trying to sit you or I'm parking. No. But if you call me, I'll answer you. So that's something that I would advise when booking. Like, take it back to booking a meeting. Put your cell phone number in there. Okay.
Yes.
That way people can call you
That is a good
lifetime
idea.
or text you lifetime or what have you. So, okay.
Right.
So
Totally normal. We've all
what's
been late. It happens.
what if you're 1
Easy
minute
way to
late?
handle that.
Do you let it ride?
It's happened to me where it is, I'm a few minutes late too.
I think it depends on the
I still,
person.
though, walk in and apologize.
Yeah.
I
Well, no, I'm not saying don't
apologize.
apologize, but
Yeah.
what is the limit of when you're like, "Hey, I'm running late." Is it 2 minutes? I think if it's someone like
Mine is if I'm gonna be 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
let
anything
them know.
less,
Anything less, I
that's a buffer.
think
It's a
it's
built-in
fine.
buffer.
Mhm.
I agree. I agree with
Yes,
that
for sure.
because that could be anything.
Now, as far as how late, let's say you're gonna be 15, 20 minutes late.
That's a
Do
lot of
you
late.
still go to the meeting?
In my experience, so
Tell me
I
about some
can't recall
experiences you've had.
I can't recall where I have done that, but
Yes.
I have been
The only time that's
my
happened to
brain went
me
to
is if I got stuck in traffic because
right.
I live very far away, or if
Right.
there's an accident.
Or
That's the
like
only time
multiple
it's happened.
accidents, that'll get you.
I will say
Which,
to the person, though, I am coming. I will be
yeah.
there.
See, I think I would give them the out. I think I would say, like, the second I get in my car, let's say it's a 45-minute drive for me and the coffee starts in 25 minutes. Okay. I think I would call them and say, listen, I just got on the road. My 25-minute drive went to 45 because of an accident. If you are not there, I'm giving you an out to leave. If if they are there, do you want to stay or do you want to rebook? Because at that point it's my loss. And honestly, some of my coffees are a half an hour. If I were 20 minutes late to a half an hour coffee, that's 10 minutes of someone's time. Like, that's not even really worth it to either party, in my opinion. Or you can always offer, hey, I'm not going to be there if you haven't left yet, because theoretically you booked the meeting near
Mm-hmm.
their house or their office, right? So if you haven't left yet, are you able to meet at 9 instead of 8:30 because there is an accident on the 101 and blah, 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 right? So I think it's courtesy to offer them the choice. That's what I think.
Yes.
Because they know their day better. They might be like, heck yeah, I get to answer the 5 emails that have been eating away at me while I wait. I don't mind waiting. Go ahead.
What about canceling? When is adequate time to cancel a meeting? Like, we get that's happened. You are running late due to traffic.
So we have some suggestions and we
Mhm.
have some do's and some don'ts in that instance. let's back up. There are different reasons to cancel a meeting. Okay.
You have to be very careful about canceling a meeting or why you're canceling a meeting.
I think since COVID, people are much more understanding of you being sick, your children being sick, and that used to be different when I started in this industry. People would go to meetings sick.
Don't come to meetings
People,
sick.
that is the
We've
worst.
had it happen.
I've had it happen. And we have told each other, like, I went to coffee with this person. They got me sick and I was sick for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You literally like never forgive that person. Maybe one day. But especially in a house with little kids, man, that'll stick around for a few months. So I think people are more understanding about sickness in the household. Okay. And they also don't want to get sick. Never go to a meeting sick. Terribly rude. But I think you need to be very careful, like she said. If you plan on canceling with someone because you are too busy, that can give a message that your time is more important than the person who's meeting with you, which to me is unintentional disrespect. Right?
I definitely agree with that. And also, I've had it happen where other people have sometimes honestly said, I spaced the meeting or I forgot about our meeting, so I can't make it. Which, okay,
Was it on the
I
calendar?
understand. It's
It
on
was
the
on the calendar?
calendar, though.
Okay.
But then that also, I feel like, gives the same impression.
A
So
little bit like you're not important is the vibe I get.
I'm the type too where I live by my calendar. So if you
Well,
see
I
it
do
on the
too.
calendar and
That's why
then
it's
you
shocking to me.
forgot,
You're like, it's on
um,
the calendar. I'm like, what?
and we've had, different stories too, where I've actually been at the location of the meeting. The meeting is scheduled for 9 a.m. and I get a cancellation at 8:57. And in my mind, I don't know what the reason is, but there is
I
no
can't imagine you're thrilled in
there.
that moment.
That's tough. And then if you're going to then try to reschedule, you're probably going to have a difficult time getting another meeting because I already then wasted, when you think about it, pretty much 2 hours.
Well, you and I are in the business development industry. And like you said, we live by our calendars. Sometimes we have back-to-back coffees at the same shop.
Mhm.
Sometimes they're across the street. Then it goes straight into a lunch. So
Yep.
if you are under the assumption that you can, I'll just roll into it. Our 9 is now a 9:30. It's probably not. Most of us have hard stops. So that is one thing that happens when someone says they're busy. It kind of burns a hole in my gut because I'm like, I'm busy too, but I made time for you.
And that will be another
I know
podcast.
my feelings
The
hurt.
I'm busy will be
Another.
another podcast.
Yeah. We all get emergency meetings. We all get I have a client that flew in
Yes.
out of state last minute. That's different.
Yeah.
However, chances are if you found out about this client flying in last minute out of state, you didn't find out at 8:57.
When our meeting was at 9.
You probably found
That
out.
definitely didn't happen.
Yeah, you probably found
At
out
least an hour ago.
or last night
Mhm.
or 24 hours ago and it slipped your mind. As soon as you know, I have had people like, hey, I'm going to bed. I feel super sick. Like, I don't think I can make it. That's different. You give me plenty of time.
Mhm.
Now, instead of my coffee clear across town, I don't have to do my makeup in the morning. Like, I'm okay with that because you gave me plenty of notice.
Yes.
If I do my makeup, I have to pay to drop off my kids early. If I do that to meet with you and you cancel on me 3 minutes before, I've had people cancel
Right.
on me
Oh, yes.
minutes after
Uh-huh.
via email, which
Mhm.
was very frustrating. That's a day ruiner for me. That's really hard for me.
I do think in my 4.5 years, though, I think I've only had maybe one no-show completely, which
Like didn't call, didn't.
yeah, like where I was actually there, didn't actually show up, and then
Did they reply to you? I imagine you're like,
yes.
hello,
Yes,
are we still
finally, it
meeting?
was like, "Where are
I
you?"
have a 15-minute rule. So
Mhm.
if I don't hear from anyone for 15 minutes, I check in around like minute 8 and I'm like, hey, just make it, or text or email. If I don't have their cell phone number, I'll email them. Hey, just want to make sure we're still on. If I don't hear from them by 8:15, this is my rule. I can be gone. I can be gone.
Yeah.
I At that point you've forfeited the time slot.
Yes.
And it's always been a 15-minute rule for me. I did it with clients. I've done it with industry partners. 15 minutes. I'm sorry, I had other places to be. If you had zero contact with me, didn't reply to my email, 15 minutes in, bye.
It's just all of
Is that your
us,
timeline?
I would say the same.
15 minutes.
Right. And I just like if you can't attend the meeting, an hour notice would be nice.
An
Would be
hour would be
nice
difficult for me. I can tell
if
you
they're
that
not
for a
coming at
coffee.
all.
Yeah. Because I'm
Would
already
be
dropping off. I've already made my schedule, done my
yeah.
day.
It's
I
just us in the industry
just
just trying to be respectful to everyone of each other's time. We all know we're in the same business.
And everyone runs late. We're not saying you're not going to be late.
That's
Okay.
impossible.
It's impossible.
It is impossible.
I remember when I was in volleyball, if you weren't 15 minutes early, for every minute that you were late, past the 15-minute early. So, like, if you were only 14 minutes early, the entire team would have to do towels. Do you know what towels are?
I don't know.
You
Just
get a wet rag,
some towels.
sopping wet, and you push it on the gym floor. And then you have to like run and push it the whole way down, the whole way back. And the whole team would have to do that. And that takes forever because you slip and you fall. And it is like a punishment of shame.
Oh,
Okay. Like suicides on steroids. Okay. And so I remember if we had a group of like 5 girls come in only 8 minutes early, the whole practice was towels. And that was the worst.
and you know what? Now, if I encounter someone
You make them do
who
towels.
is late,
I have a water bottle and a wash rag.
if you're late, if you want to reschedule, but now if they're like, I can't make it, let's reschedule. I'm going to write back and I'm like, sounds
Towels.
great. You owe me towels.
You owe me towels.
I think
Yeah,
that's
no,
really
that was a
funny now.
thing. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
so making me late always made me very uncomfortable for that reason. It's
I hate being
literal
late in
trauma.
general. And when I am late, I just
It's trauma.
am usually, I'm anxious because I hate it. But I mean,
Yeah.
it does happen.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, it's always respecting each other's time and
And I think we all make mistakes. So give
yeah.
yourself some grace, but you also want to put yourself in someone's shoes. When you call them, are they already sitting at the coffee shop? Are they
Uh-huh.
laying in bed checking their emails?
Uh-huh.
Are they at night looking at their phone real quick before bed? And I don't have my coffee tomorrow. That for me, like, give me an overnight. An hour is better than 3 minutes.
Yes.
However, the sooner the better.
If you
And
can
if you
catch me
do,
before I left my house
yeah,
or I'm driving there.
right. And, some of us live farther away than others. And as much notice as possible, I think is very respectful.
And obviously, we've already spent hours prepping for that meeting and planning the location
I
and
wish I
doing all
spent hours
that. And
prepping. I'm like a quick LinkedIn check. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
But
So,
theoretically, you've done your research and yeah. So, and again, canceling on someone because you're busy, just be careful of the message that is sending to them. Okay.
right.
So that's my
I
suggestion.
agree. Once again, it's always just our opinion, our
Yeah.
tidbits.
Yeah. And I'd be
What
curious.
we've learned helps.
If you have, like mine is the 15-minute rule before you bail. If you have a different rule, I'd love to hear it. I like to bring my laptop to every single meeting on the chance that they're late, that I'm super early, that they told me they had an hour, but they only have 30 minutes. And I have booked so back to back that I am at that coffee shop to work. I don't know. I try to plan around it because you can't plan for everything. But if I know anything about this industry, it's that the people are amazing and the circumstances are unpredictable. That'd be the best way to put it. So,
Yep.
Anywho, just our 2 cents.
Exactly. As always. Il
Yeah.
caffè è tuo.
Is that the same one as last time?
No.
That's a new one?
It's a new one.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
I have some really cool modern business development thermoses. I think if someone translates what you just said and puts it in the comment of the post,
yes,
the first one to do it should get one of those.
I agree. I love.
I'm also
if
curious who's
people
listening.
make it to the end.
Yeah, if you made it to the end.
Yes, or if you put like any comment.
I know we at least have one fan. I met him. He said that he irons shirts.
Yes.
To our podcast, so that's cool.
Yep.
So yeah, hey buddy, if you made it this far and your shirts are nice and fresh,
and you can translate some Italian,
and you can use Google Translate, you got it.
There's simple phrases.
Thermos coming your way, my friend.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for listening.
Ciao.
Ciao.